My next guest says that cooking is her passion, and she finds great joy in creating soothing, comforting food for her family and friends. She's the author of Lauren Groveman's Kitchen, and she's with us today direct from your kitchen to our kitchen.
That's right.
Thanks for coming in.
Thanks for having me. Well,
now, what kind of a meal are we having here?
Well, today we're going to make a really special chicken dish. It's my honey roast chicken, and it's not only incredibly easy to assemble, but it tastes as delicious whether you serve it hot from the oven or at room temperature for a picnic, or I really encourage people to make a double batch since leftovers make the best chicken salad.
Oh, okay, wonderful.
All we have to do here is make a dipping sauce, which is a honey mustard dipping sauce, which is hinted with curry. And for all those people, you know, that's very misunderstood. A lot of people don't like curry or say they don't like it because they haven't eaten it prepared properly. Curry is not one spice, just so you know. Well, let's just get started here.
Lauren, I have never had curry, so this is going to be different for me.
Well, you're going to love it, I promise.
Here we go. Okay.
We have 1 stick of butter in this pot, and you can substitute margarine if you'd like, and we're going to add a half a cup of chopped onion, yellow onion.
Right.
Okay, and we're going to just heat that until it's softened with 2 cloves of chopped garlic.
Now, I don't really care for garlic, so can I leave this out of my recipe
You
at
can,
home?
but not the first time.
Okay, I'll try it.
I'll trust me and do it my way.
I'm trying to like garlic, so I'll give it a try here.
And what I'm going to do here is I'm also going to add 1 teaspoon of salt and 1 generous teaspoon of curry powder. It's a curry blend to awaken the spice from the heat. Curry is not one spice. It happens to be a mixture of almost 20 spices, seeds, and herbs mixed together. And not all herbs curry blends are good. You know, you have to try them. In my book, I give you the brands that I prefer.
Okay, now I can really smell this as it's heating up.
Ooh, boy. Now what we're going to add to that is, just imagine that it's softened and it's fragrant. It takes about a minute and a half. And we're going to add a half a cup of mild flavored honey. You don't want like a buckwheat honey. You want like a clover honey.
Now this seems like an odd combination. Honey and then curry and onions and garlic. I can't wait.
You're going to love it.
All right.
I've never disappointed anybody with this. Okay, now we have a quarter of a cup of Dijon mustard, and don't substitute here. I want you to use Dijon mustard because it really has a flavor all its own.
So no yellow mustard.
No yellow mustard.
Dijon mustard.
Okay. And in here we have 2 tablespoons of mango or peach chutney, which is an Indian condiment. It's found in most well-stocked supermarkets around the country. And it's Major Gray's chutney, which is not a company, by the way. It happens to be a type of chutney. And again, not all of them are, I don't like a lot of them. Some are very assertive. Chutney is a sweet and sour mixture, and some are sweeter than others. And you have to know which brands to buy.
And this is?
Those are, that's like a small handful of currants, dried currants, and if you can't find them, you'd use dark raisins and chop them up so that they don't get overexposed to the heat and burn, okay? That's it.
That's it.
That's
our
it, girl.
sauce.
Now we have one that's already prepared so that we can dip our chicken.
All right, now
and just so that you know that this could be done early in the day, this could be done the day before, and you could actually dip your chicken, leave them in the refrigerator, and come home from work tired and hungry and throw it in the oven and have dinner in an hour. You know, go take a shower or whatever.
Let's take a look at the chicken. Now, do you recommend that we take the skin off or leave it on?
You can if you want to. These are 2 chickens that have been cut into 8 pieces. If you're not, and I'm going to sprinkle them with freshly ground pepper. If you're not cutting up these chickens, whether you're cutting them up yourself or not, I want you to ask your butcher, if somebody else is doing it, for you to remove the backs, because the back of the chicken is skin and bones, which doesn't make for great eating, but it makes for wonderful stock making. So what you do is you have the back cut out and put in your freezer, and that's right. Wait, let me give you,
dip. You see, I'm so anxious to get going
I want you
here.
to dip it. I want you to really go for it.
Look at this. Okay.
You got to get your hands in it.
Good thing I have my sleeves turned up here.
We're going to dip this and cut it well. Now, very important to the success of this dish is the type of baking sheet that you use. Okay. You want a shallow baking sheet that's not too dark in color, because if it's very dark, it's going to be more heat retentive and it's going to change. The chicken could burn, or you'd have to adjust your baking time or your baking temperature.
So a shallow pan like we have here is important.
Very important, because this chicken, that's what makes it so special. The chicken is so sauced that it actually braises from the bottom, but roasts on the top, because the definition of roasting is full exposure to heat. Okay. Okay. Now we're pretty.
Yeah, we've got most of it.
Yeah, we've really dipped a lot here, and everybody gets the picture. And we're pretty messy here. But you've got to.
I love this kind of cooking, though. You know,
it
tastes better that way.
I'm going to put this in first. Let me get.
All right. Now, We have been cooking
Yes,
some
we've
of
been
this.
cooking, right, we have.
So you are going to show us what it looks like.
I'm going to go over to the oven. I'm going to put this in. Just imagine that it's all dipped. Let me get my mitts so I don't burn myself.
Now, you say that it's important to start the chicken out in a cold oven, and that's different, Lauren.
Well, I put it in a cold oven and I turn it on to 400 and I bake it for 1 hour. If, let's say, you know, if I put it in a hot oven, it would just alter the baking time. This is the way I write the recipe. Look at that.
That's beautiful.
This is the way it should look. You see, if it was in a deeper pan, it would not be as brown. This is exceptionally moist and wonderful. I want to show you.
Okay.
Oh,
look at this plate.
Look at that. Now it serves it over rice, which is a perfect accompaniment to this.
Okay, you want to hand me the I've got to get this.
Gotta get it, girl. Here, take the.
My first taste of curry.
Oh, you're gonna love this. I'm not worried.
Right, I'm gonna give it a
not
go.
insecure.
Oh, and it's very tender, which is
very
nice.
tender.
Okay, we've got a lot of chicken here. Is there something we can do as far as the leftovers?
Oh, yes, the chicken salad, which is, I make like a curry chicken salad where I make a dressing of mayonnaise, a little bit of Dijon mustard, a little honey, a little bit of curry, and I toss the chicken, cut up chicken, with chopped scallions or green onions, they're called some places in the country, and chopped golden delicious apples, sliced toasted almonds, and more currants. Absolutely delicious.
Well, I'll tell you, talking about delicious, this is wonderful.
Do you like it?
Oh, it is, and you know, I don't taste much of anything that's really comes out or is too much or too, well,
that's
you know.
the misconception
Yeah.
about curry. If people think it's overly ethnic or overpowering, if it's not used appropriately, any spice blend or any seasoning should be used to enhance something, not to overpower it.
This is wonderful, and we will have that recipe that you were just giving us in the newsletter. So we have this recipe and what you do with your leftovers. So get your pencils ready because we will be giving you the recipe for the honey roasted chicken, and we'll be back with more of Our Home in just a moment. So don't go away.